we've got a good amount of food here in Costco, Japan. This is not everything the menu offers. There's a whole lot of stuff on the menu. So I'm a member in Costco in the United States, and I've been going there for a couple of years now. The food court menu has not really changed in all of that time. I think they added the chocolate chip cookies, and I'm very glad they're here too because they are one of my favorite cookies I ever have. They use actual butter, which, you know, you're probably thinking, what do you mean using actual butter is a big deal? Yeah, no, most cookies use oil, like vegetable oil or something like that. These cookies use actual butter, and you can feel and taste the difference. The rest of the stuff I have not really had. The hot dog I've had before here. The pizza I've never had before. The calzone I've never had, and the smoothie I've never had. One of the items we'd not get because it would be way too much food is the chicken bucket, which is an actual bucket of chicken tenders. But yeah, let's dig into some food. Maybe I'm just hungry, but this tastes way better than last time. It's different than American Costco, mainly because they use 100% pork for their hot dogs, whereas the Costco in America uses 100% beef. So it's a completely different animal, and it's both 100%. I prefer the beef hot dogs. Yes, I raw dog hot dogs. That's how it works. Man, how much was this? Pretty good smoothie for just some, they just shit out of a machine. Just like in American Costco, you get the drink with the hot dog. Unlike American Costco though, the drink cups are completely unbranded. So you have no idea what's in here. And there's no advertising going on. And then also, it comes with a spout. And it's all paper. There's no plastic here. There might be a wax lining, but I really prefer this opposed to plastic straws and branded cups. I like this. This is not the biggest slice of pizza I've ever had in my life. The biggest slice of pizza I've ever had was in New Jersey. It was the size of a baby. That is pizza. Nothing amazing besides the price and the size. But that is some tasty cheese, chewy bread, holds its shape together. The cheese is not sliding off. It's not like just slapped on top. It's actually like melted on. So this is a completely new item compared to American Costco. It's a chicken calzone, I believe. I don't know what's inside of this.
Chicken.
Probably chicken, yes. But it is so hot. I don't know if I can bite into this right now. I might burn myself. Oh my god, it is so ridiculously hot. Oh my goodness. Look at the steam coming off. Gonna feed a family of 2 with that. I want just the bread. That's really tasty. It's really doughy and squishy. It has a little bit of sweetness. Not like sugary sweetness, but you know, just like regular bread sweetness. I actually just like the bread. Yeah, no, that is so freaking hot. I cannot touch that with my mouth. Ah, it's so hot. Okay, all right, ready? You better be rolling for this because I can't get another one. That's some grilled chicken. It was grilled, it's seasoned. So yeah, like it's tasty. Nothing special, nothing miraculous. It's a tasty chicken calzone with some onion in it. The onion was a nice surprise. I'm gonna drink some more smoothie. It is stuffed to the brim, and I watched them take it fresh out the oven. You know, okay, we got our food. We're gonna dig in, eat some, and we'll finish up with some closing remarks in a bit. So as I was saying in the food part of this video, I'm a Costco member back in the United States, but when we got here, we were wanting to go to a familiar place. You don't need a separate membership, but we wanted to get a separate Japanese membership. These are the tissues that I'm currently using, but they also have Kleenex brand. And I'm wondering if I want to get 10 boxes of tissues. Kleenex is one of those American brands where they substitute the word for what they are, because what it is a tissue, but people will say, give me a Kleenex. That's how common the brand is over there. The most interesting differences I've noticed in shopping in Costco in Japan versus shopping in the United States is Japan, so much stuff is cheap. Going to Costco and seeing a good deal is very relative because it may not actually be a good deal just because it's from Costco. Whereas in the States, if you see a good deal at Costco, it's usually a really good deal. So this is something new that America Costco does not have, is all of these different types of fish. They'll have salmon, some tilapia, some basic stuff, but like squid, all the fish heads, fish tails, different brines, different dried out methods, all of that. Whatever a Pangasius fillet is, I don't even know what kind of fish that is, but they'll have so much different stuff here. And of course, they'll have these salad toppings or salads. I don't know what these are. I don't eat them. But this is something unique to Japanese Costco. This is the kind of fish selection you would see in America. It's just a couple of different things, mostly some kind of salmon, trout, or stuff like that. One of the big things in Japan is Hokkaido soft cream, Hokkaido cream. So, of course, Japanese Costco still has that. But then they have their regular Kirkland brand ice cream. And of course they have some more American and other foreign brands like Godiva, Haagen-Dazs, that sort of stuff. Sausage section, cheese section, ham section, sliced meat section, all of that's more or less the same. We've got some prepared food though, and here's where the selections are a little different. Now, what's interesting is they're not very Japanese specific because you have chicken quesadillas, for example. And of course they have the rotisserie chickens. So here's what I mean, great example of what I mean by Costco in America is usually always a great discount or a great deal versus Costco in Japan, not always. 900 yen for a rotisserie chicken. So this is actually more than $5. Whereas in the States, it's $5 flat no matter what. Lamb, a lot of this is from Canada, Australia, and the United States. Almost all of the beef, if not all of the beef, is from the United States. So literally the exact same experience of going to Costco in America, except they also have beef tongue. I've never seen beef tongue in the United States, except out of like weird Asian grocery stores that are very niche and only Asians go there. But I guess I'm in an Asian grocery store right now, so I see it. The bread section and bakery in Costco is more or less the same. They have a couple of different items that are different, but most of this is the same stuff. Apples, apple pies, breads, croissants, muffins. Do I want to get some more muffins? I just ate food, so it's hard to shop for food. So this is very unique to Japanese Costco. These giant pallets of soups, instant soup mixes, instant ramens, instant miso, instant other Korean soup, instant Campbell's. Look at this. Campbell in packets. You just combine it with hot water. We don't have this in the States. You always get it in cans and stuff, but this is packets. You dump it in hot water, stir it around, and then boom, you have the soup. Compared to a grocery store, it's more or less the same price per individual thing, but Costco has it in larger bulk. So you can get a larger amount of them in one go, but you're not really saving much money. Whereas you're saving money with these muffins. Oh my goodness. This is where Costco, this is really the main reason we got a Costco membership in Japan and that we wanted to be able to go to Costco in Japan is the fruit section. It's still really expensive because it's Japan, all fruit is expensive, but it is slightly cheaper than a lot of grocery stores and it's imported fruit, which means you can get it from all over the place and you can get fruit that's not available at certain times of the year. So you can get pineapple, you can get oranges, you can get strawberries throughout the year, but only if you come to a place like Costco, which has the resources to be importing fruit from all over the world. The watermelon here, this is actually Japanese watermelon right now, and it's only 2,400 yen. Now, for those of you looking at the conversion on the screen right now, you might be thinking to yourself, what the is she talking about? Only 2,400 yen? That's a $20 piece of fruit. Yeah, that's cheap for fruit here, especially for watermelon. I have seen a watermelon in Japan that goes for 10,000 yen. And people were buying it because it is extremely special, extremely rare, and they only have like a couple every year. There's not much to say about the produce section except that you see a lot more produce that is native to Japan, like the daikon radish, like the kabocha squash, which this squash is actually from Mexico, but kabocha squash is a big thing in Japan. You get sort of this weird like mix of like Asian grocery store and American grocery store experience because American grocery stores do not just have tons of different types of mushrooms available for you to buy, but you come to Costco, which is an American company, and they have tons of mushrooms for you. Unfortunately, I do not recommend buying grapes. They are very expensive. In the States, I was eating grapes like candy. You know, I would buy a giant thing of grapes, a couple of things of grapes, and then just eat handfuls of them every day. I cannot afford to do that. I would go bankrupt if I tried to do that in Japan. It's not possible. So the main fruit I eat is oranges because they're bigger, they're more filling, and they cost as much as a thing of grapes. So I'm gonna look at the pineapple, but this is pre-cut pineapple. Comes in sticks of 2. It costs 1,100 yen. So let's do a real shopping experience. So we got 1,100 yen for that much pineapple. How much is a big pineapple? All right, yep, and sure enough, I could get a Del Monte pineapple from the Philippines for 700 yen. As usual, the middle section has a whole lot of different stuff. Camping things, furniture things. My house is way too small for this piece of furniture, for this couch, this modular couch. Also, I only have a bike, not a car. And my Japanese friend who has a car, it could not fit a single one of these segments inside of the car. Japanese cars are tiny. I guess you could ship this, but shipping is a whole problem. It's a whole thing and a half in Japan. I recently went to a pro wrestling event, and there was it was held in the community gymnasium, and there were some Japanese people playing basketball in the gymnasium. But up until that point, in almost a year of being in Japan, I've never seen anyone play basketball. Yet they're selling this hoop. What Japanese yard has space for this monstrosity, you know? Whereas if you tried to put this in front of a Japanese house, that's your entire yard right there. I don't know what Costco's thinking trying to sell that here. This makes way more sense. The drink sets are really cool. This is the only place I've been able to find Dr. Pepper. I have a friend who loves Dr. Pepper and she cannot get it anywhere except from me. All sorts of different stuff for cooking, a lot of drinks, so many drinks. Iro na nomimono. For some reason, the cushions like this are always overpriced, no matter where you get them from. It's not a Costco thing. That's just I don't know what that market is thinking thing. It really is a similar experience to being in Costco in America. The major difference for us, though, is I'm realizing we don't need to buy as much stuff in Japan in bulk. So it's more of just a casual thing we go to. The few times we go where we do need to buy in bulk is making the membership worth it, especially because the membership in Japan is cheaper than the one in the United States, which is very funny to me. They've got the shoes and clothes in the middle here. There's no fitting room, just like there's no fitting room in America. They have the same return policy, and you can look that up online, no problem. I've returned a couple of big ticket items to Costco, no issues whatsoever. Even not speaking Japanese, I was able to either use my Translate app or just use the little bit that I know and just say, yeah, this is the reason. They have forms that were in English that I could just circle or point to things. So yeah, the return process was very easy, very similar to how it goes in America. It's hard for me to shop here because even though this is an American company, these sizes are for Japanese people. Extra large here is like a medium to large in the United States. In Japan, it's very popular, especially in recent years, to have a combo washer-dryer unit. And this is something that happens in a couple of countries internationally. I have family in Spain, they told me that's the kind of unit they have. In my house, that's the unit the house came with, is a washer-dryer combo. When we were traveling the first time and we had to use that at an Airbnb, my first thought was, why is this not the default? Why is that not just every single one? If I were going to upgrade in the future, that's another big benefit of Costco, even though I'm not buying in bulk as much, is their return policy, their warranty policy, and their shipping policies are just really, really good for their members. And so if I was gonna get a big appliance, I would have this peace of mind knowing I can contact someone at Costco. It's about the size of the one we have, except ours is a top down, this is a throw in. If you live in the States, get one imported. It is so convenient to do laundry once. Yeah, this is the device I got. I returned it, got all of my money back, no questions asked, even though it was that much. That's pretty much Costco in Japan. There are some small differences that make it uniquely Japanese or uniquely Asian at the very least, East Asian, but then it is very recognizable and very familiar of like when I get in here, I know I'm in Japan theoretically, but this place looks like America, except there's Japanese people everywhere. That's one of the really only big differences. But yeah, let's get out of here. Because this place is gonna close soon.